Welcome to the garden season on the homestead. Well, almost garden season. It was snowing yesterday. It's I think April 18th or 19th today. And we had about 2 centimeters of snowfall yesterday. It was snowy, wet rain, wet snow all day. Snow is melted, thank goodness. So I'm out in the garden. It's a bit of a mess. It's been super windy the past few days, so all of my tarps have blown around and just a mess. Anyways, I've got my 2 beds of garlic here that I planted last fall. If you guys recall me making these 2 beds, they're coming up nicely. I think I did 800 bulbs here or so. And at my old garden, I think there's probably about another 300 or 400, I'm hoping. Can't really remember. Anyways, I was here last week digging up this new bed here. And I'm doing 50-foot beds by 30 inches. Just because it's going to be easier for me to break it into smaller portions of lettuce and carrots and beets and onions, because I don't know how much I will be selling up here right now. Don't know what the market's like. I think it's supposed to be really good, but I figured 50-inch or 50-foot beds were manageable for what I wanted. And if I did get a hoop house, I could do 100-foot long, and it would be pretty decent for putting the 200 or 250-foot beds underneath. Anyways, here is the one bed I started the other day. It's looking nice there, but the quack grass and grass here is thick as all can be. So I need to finish cleaning this up here. I need to finish digging the rest of this. And I was just using pitchfork with that. I might finish using broad fork here, loosen up and turn it over, shake the dirt off, and then get rid of all this junk here. So it can be out of here. And I need to work on the pathways too, but that's going to be once I get my bed established. So this is the section I'll work on next. Got my silage tarp. I'm going to pull this over. I've looked underneath a few times past week and it looks like everything's pretty much dead under there. So once I get that area done, I'll move it down to the next spot and hopefully get 3 or 4 beds across. And I'll probably do maybe 20 inches between the rows here, but we'll figure that out once we get to that point. I'm going to finish this bed here first and hopefully get it done today. And I'm hoping to do maybe at least 2 beds today. Finish this one, and if I'm lucky, get 2 more done. We'll see how much energy I have today. All right, so let's get this organized. And I've got my tools all over here as well. So I picked up a broad fork this year, which I'm pretty excited about. And pitchfork, measuring tape for measuring my distances. And yeah, these beds are super rocky. I forgot to show you this. This is just what I pulled out of this small section here. Hopefully there's not too many more here, but you can tell over here, there's tons of rocks and everything here, but I won't get to this for a few weeks probably. We got pigs also. I'll do a separate video on pigs. They're just in there for right now because we just picked them up 2 weeks ago, but we're going to do electric fencing down here so they can root everything up. Anyways, we'll get on to the clean up the beds here and get it set up. I'll do time lapse too, so you can check out the cool time lapse. Okay, so I got the bed done pretty quick here, or that row. So I'm just gonna have to go down quickly here. Just take out some more of the grass along the edges there quickly. And once I get that done, hopefully take me 15 minutes, I'll start doing the next bed here and show you the start of the bed prep for that. Okay, I got this done now. I've got a fair bit weeded along the edges for the next bed to start. So like I said, I'm gonna tarp this over quickly right now, so it kills any more weed seeds in there, any more of the quack grass that might want to try to come up. And then I'll do this for probably about a week or 2 until I need it for my next planting, or for my first planting of the season here. All right, we got it all chopped up. Happy with that. So we'll move on to the next section here, uncover the silage sharp a bit, and get another bed prepped up here. So this bed should be a lot faster to dig up because this tarp has done a great job killing everything underneath. You can see a few things here. I don't know if you can see from there. That'll be easy to get out. Just gonna trap down the tarp. Oh, and here we go. Here's some more piece of metal here. Not sure what that was from. Plow or something, who knows. Okay, we'll get the rows all lined up here. So I'm gonna have a bit of grass here to dig out, which kind of sucks, but it's better than what it was before, most likely. So I'll get the tape measure here. I think I'm gonna go 3 feet between the rows here, just so if I need to get a wheelbarrow through, it's gonna be that much easier. And I'll go grab the next rope here. To kill that grass off, because I'm not gonna hand weed it myself, it's gonna take too long. Okay, so 30-inch rows. So I'll get one side done first here, then we'll work on the next side. Last year I decided to do 30-foot beds, then I decided I may as well just do 50-foot beds. It would make it easier, so I just had to extend it instead of, there we go, just tied it on. And I'm sure the fence line's probably not straight either. Take a look here, just eyeball it. Oh, that's better. So this is the first year I think I've told you guys that I'm using actual rope and line to make my beds look pretty. I used to just eyeball it, and they were never very nice looking. They're all different sizes. But this year, I'm gonna make pretty beds. So I look a little more professional. And that way it's easier to wood chip your walkways and everything, and have everything exactly the same everywhere. Okay, here we go. We're good. Okay, now I'm going to grab a broad fork and broad fork this whole area, loosen it up, and then go quickly over with the pitchfork. This seems to be a lot more dead with the grass, and it's going to be a lot more quicker than what I just did, which I'm happy about. So I'll be right back. Oh, this is way more nicer. This is way nicer than that quack grass stuff I was just in. I'm going a little closer than you probably normally would with this broad fork. It's my first year with one, but I just want to make sure that I'm getting it really aerated, because this ground hasn't been worked in years. It's been, oh, here we go, another rock. And if I go closer, I'll find more of the rocks to dig out too. I'm hoping there's less rocks in this section here. Alright, this is way easier to work now. Oh, I think I just hit a rock there. Oh yeah, this is way nicer in here. Pretty happy with that. A lot less to fiddle with. Hopefully I can get 2 beds done within an hour of bed. If the soil's this nice the whole way through. What I'll do too, I'll probably let this soil dry out a bit on the top, so it's easy to work with the tilther. Okay, before I get too deep into this, I'm going to put some tarps along the side here to start cutting the grass off. Right, that was a workout, let me tell you. I didn't get it all done, but I got most of it. The sod is like that thick with dirt, as you can tell right here. So I'm gonna have to go down and edge that. But I've got some tarps along the side there just to kill off the grass. And hopefully tomorrow I can finish this one real quick down to here. And then I'll try starting the next bed tomorrow, see how much I can get done. If all goes well, I get 2 more beds done tomorrow, because it's a lot of work, especially in this deeper area here where it hasn't been killed off or anything. It's pretty brutal. But anyways, that's update right now for getting my garden beds ready for planting, hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks, maybe sooner. I might get some onion sets in and maybe some potatoes, but we'll see what happens. Here we go at it again. It's been 6 beds I've dug now. Probably been like almost a day per bed, maybe longer. It's so much quack grass and thick sod like this in there. But I finally got them done, 6 of them anyways. I'm going to start on some more over here today, hopefully if I get the energy. But I planted some carrots here the other day because I want to get them going. I put in some onion sets here, which I've done another video on. And then down here as well, this will be for my other onions that I have done in seed. What I did this morning was I brought over a whole bunch of compost from the cow pile, or a compost pile with all the cow manure, rabbit manure, chicken manure, and I just topped it on the top of the beds here. And the next one I'm going to do is take my tilther. I'll do a separate video on the tilther because it's brand new to me. And I'm just going to tilt in the top layer of the compost in the beds. And then I've got some lettuce I want to plant right now to get it in started. I've got some stuff in downstairs that needs to be transplanted probably in the next week or 2. I want to get some stuff started right away. So I'll set this up and we'll show you some tilting. I'm just going to go up and down once or twice just to get the beds tilted up nicely and get the compost worked in. I'll do one more pass just because I can. Just make sure it's nice and good to go. All right, so that's done nicely. Just gonna grab my rake quickly, and I'm just gonna rake it a little bit just so the beds are nice and equal for the most part down the whole way, and we'll plant some seed. Okay, here's the beds I just raked, so they're looking nice now. So I'm gonna grab my seed here. Today I'm planting the Super Gourmet blend from the West Coast Seeds. I've been planting that the past few years. I find it's hit or miss the germination rate. Sometimes it germinates really well, sometimes it doesn't, but I got some leftover seed here from the previous years. So I'm gonna hook up to that Jang seeder here, and we'll just do a few rows here. There's probably not enough in here to do the whole bed. So I've got some extra lettuce heads here that I'll pop in as well, so that I can just have a full bed of lettuces. All right, here we go. So when I plant my lettuces, I like to do about six to 7 rows per bed. So you get a nice heavy seeding, and it's baby lettuce as well, so you cut it really smaller. And if I was to do this by hand, it would take me probably like an hour to seed this by hand. But with this Jang seeder here, it literally takes 2 minutes. You can go as fast as you want, as slow as you want. So I'm gonna try to do 6 rows here. Oh, picked up a piece of sod here. All right, there we go. It's all planted. See how quick that was? I just have to water it in now quickly. And that's it. So there you go, guys. That is how you plant, or that is how you start your beds from scratch with super heavy sod and quack grass. If you have bigger machinery, I'm sure you could do it that way, but I don't have any, so it's all by hand. Hope you found that helpful. Enjoy that video. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you out there. Happy gardening.